Alright, hello there. As I mentioned in the chat and as it is in the name of the stream, we will continue with our Austria-Hungary today. I just loaded in. Alright, so we stopped in a pretty awkward position. First of all, our rightful takeover of things such as Hungary and Czechoslovakia led to Germany being not ready for the war and they are losing badly. There is still a chance that Italians will reach Paris and result in... Oh, actually, they don't even have to reach Paris, so there is perhaps if they grab Bordeaux, it may be over for the French, actually, which may prolong the life of Germany right here. How many divisions France has? Yeah, so that would be, well, 70, 80 divisions less. Problem is that the United Kingdom is in force here, and they do have, well, 120 divisions at least, 150 perhaps. Some of them will be undoubtedly divisions just transferred from colonial nations, I think, but well, that's powerful enough to be a problem anyway. So I don't think Germany will be able to hold, since they are down to what, 40 divisions, which in turn means that we will have to deal with the Greece that we are at war with right now. Our goal was, so Greece and Romania had a guarantee. Romania was guaranteeing Greece. And our goal was to go to war against both of them, hence we are positioned on both borders. But I fucked it up and waited like a few days for my units to go into positions between the moment I got the, the war goal and actually declaring war, and in those few days Romania gave up on the guarantee, which now results in the fact that we won't be able to go to Romania without without going to war against the Allies, which is a problem. So I think our play right now is to conquer Greece real fast, and then try to strike against Italy and attempt to grab as much of Italian soil as we can. Perhaps even get some German soil here, but that's unlikely. So yeah, so this is it's not good, basically. That's what I'm saying. Is this is kind of a wasteful. So we are out of manpower because we've been kind of fast forwarding at the end of the last session, and I just let the AI conquer Bulgaria, and I lost way too much manpower with that. So it's still 2 months before we can switch to the better conscription laws as well. So that's an issue. So what we are going to do, I think. Oh, and part of our troops are like that. So we are in no position to fight World War II. Basically, this is. We've been doing a huge land grab, but yeah, that's about it. So what we are going to do, I think, and here is position ourselves with those units on. Let's see. Those. Okay, let's get rid of this nonsense, so things don't get messed up. And we'll try to do a land grab of some of the German and Italian territories. What happened to Yugoslavia? On YouTube. Right, so if you watch the first episodes, you've seen that, I had a sneaking suspicion that I haven't tested everything properly with Yugoslavia, and that bit me in the ass, because, well, I promised at the beginning that we'll go for Yugoslavia thing. Can I see it here? Canada first. Yugoslavia. As Yugoslavia occupy all your neighboring countries: Austria-Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Italy, and Greece. And basically, it would be the way I've done it. It would be impossible, as I realized, after recording episode number 10 or so. So I decided, fuck it, I scrapped it, and I will. I've done some more testing, and actually, the only way to do it properly is to, rather than go to war against Bulgaria early on, the war we go for is war against Greece and Romania at the same time, as soon as possible, because of how long it takes for Yugoslavia to turn communist. You only have time for one war, and even that is barely before the guarantees start flying. So the goal is to just go to war with Romania and Greece, which is extremely difficult, actually. I've done a little bit of testing, and it's a bloody nightmare, but I think we can win it. And once we have that, we can get the rest of the achievement. Because if you are not getting Romania, then at some point Soviet Union comes and of course takes Bessarabia. And since we are in Comintern, we would have to basically leave Comintern and defeat Soviet Union, take back Bessarabia to do that achievement, and that's just a clusterfuck. Same goes for Greece. Italy then declares war on Greece, and so on and so forth. So it's a mess. So for that reason, you kind of have to go to war against Romania and Greece early on. Perhaps only Romania, because then you could, I guess, take Greece from Italy later on. But yeah, so things like that. What was I? So I scrapped that. That was only 2 episodes on the stream on YouTube, and there will be new episodes of that done properly coming up within later today or sometime tomorrow, I think, depending on how my voice will fare after the stream. Alright, so I don't think we need so many. Let's put 3 divisions at least here. One division right here. There we go. Actually, half of you can get on this border. Yeah, and the red ones, the ones that actually have a proper infantry and basically have proper infantry and actually have manpower, we'll go to deal with Greece real quick. Alright, I already reassigned them, so that's good. Let's remove those, since we cannot really go for Romania quite yet. There we go. Right, airplanes. Eastern Balkans, definitely moving to Greece, and we are having too many right here, so we need to put them. Where do we need to put them? Probably here. Well, we can France with the bombers. Oh, actually, we only have like 12, so that doesn't matter. As for the, we'll go only day operations, I think. Right, so we only have close air support. That's okay. Let's just go that. There we go. Okay, so for whatever reason, the old events are popping up now. Okay, so waiting for those reds to arrive, and then we can push. Yes, Germany is almost done. Let's actually check that war. it's German. That yeah, 4%. So now, are we trying? Should we try to do a land grab here? I think we should actually. Problem is that how far off France is. That's the question. Yeah, France is nowhere near capitulation. Well, maybe not exactly, but that's 5 points. That's not enough. That's another 5 points. I don't think that's enough either. Well, either way, I think we'll need to justify. It will be a good justification, but justification nonetheless. I think we can do it here with taken claimed state, Zara, 20 days. So yeah, we should have started on that outright. I don't think they will hold for 20 days. So, but yeah. That's the problem. I get really tired after long streams, and well, I haven't made all the best decisions as at the end of the previous one, so I'm not in the amazing position. I think, well, it's not terrible, but it could have been better. And now can go straight down here for motorized or get a reduction in the head of time penalty for armor. I think we'll go here and get some mobile warfare doctrine and motorized that we can use to get our get hospitals going. We'll be able to use that for hospitals later on as well. So let's go with that. So we do not have manpower for those, of course. Reinforcements are the first. We have a mess here because we inherited some other things. Do I think that it's realistic that the next DLC will be $25? Well, I sure hope not. I think that's not a price hike most people will stomach. I mean, I like what is in this DLC, but I don't think it's enough content to warrant $20 price. Not really. I mean, I actually shouldn't say that for another 24 minutes, but yeah. Yes, this is as you can see. Well, there's no Austria-Hungary in the base game, so yes, this is the DLC game. But I have a preview version. So, well, I'm not in a. Actually, I have no idea what was the price of this DLC, to be honest, because I've got it for free, right? So I don't know. So, was it 20? Or they said the pass was worth $50? I mean, that's excessive. I mean, yeah, DLC. As a YouTuber, I've got it for free, and it will be in the Steam shop in half an hour, I believe. So. This is a preview version for the press and such. All right. Okay, so we are in position. Let's push. So goal here is to, well, basically we need to reach Athens. Okay, let's actually remove those orders because they are just messing things up here. Okay, can we actually? No, there is no is there. So this is the one mountain province we need to definitely cross through, which may or may not be an issue. Oh right, right. You're saying about for a moment I thought that you said you meant that this double DLC thing, that the Rome for the new Rome for U4 and this one. That I thought that's what you meant. A pass. I don't have a pass because once again I got as a YouTuber I got the base game for free, and that was a basic version. So yeah. Well, I'm not doing well. I also am liking that sound quality is a bit better. I'm not sure if actually, so I'm using, for the streaming, I'm using the newer version of the OBS. For actual recording, I'm using the older, but I think I will have to switch to the newer. I think the sound quality of that is a bit better. But yeah, well, I had a newer, new microphone for like a half a year now, so yeah, that has increased. It was pretty bloody terrible, the sound quality in my first recordings. That's why I will be redoing my tutorial campaign as Italy at some point, because, well, the thing is, I'm a sucker for the good, production quality on YouTube, and I wouldn't watch my videos basically. So it's a bit awkward. Yeah, let's push through that, push into that, because this is just a single one. Here I'll try to ride through here. Just a quick victory here. We don't want to make a mess of that, and we'll need to take care of. Okay, half of you will go like this. We'll just try to rush to Athens. Well, I'm actually moving to the new apartment later this month, so and the road problem will disappear disappear this way. I think it's well. The problem is that I have a really busy intersection, like 20 meters in front of my window. So, and there are trams and shit, so that's, yeah, there isn't much I can do. I have closed windows, I have my microphone, turned away from the window and so on and so forth, but it's still there a little bit. It's less of a problem when I'm streaming it, when I'm recording and streaming at night, but, well, it's not always possible, of course, so. Yeah, but as I mentioned, there should be improvements. There we go. Alright, so we need to push in here to stop them from actually cutting us off when we are advancing on the Athens. And there we go. If you had two divisions at half strength, as in half manpower, but would it be as strong as one division at full health? Yes, but with half the organizations. Actually, with full organization, right? Because organization doesn't. And yes, technically that's true, but well, they would also have the same combat width, right? So there is there are benefits and issues with that, as you can see. So, for example, here I wouldn't be able to put more divisions than those four in here, and if they were half strength, then, well, they would be half strength. Okay, well, I don't think we need to capture that. Right, what is your... Oh, fuck, they are at 90 unity, so I think we actually need to capture that, and perhaps we would even need to capture bloody Crete, although hopefully not. So at least let's make sure that we will take all the free territory, so to speak, because all of them are of course worth for like a fraction of a victory point. So there we go. I think this is in the other one. There we go. Have you taken any new airfields? Yes, we have. Let's put you lot here. Yeah, I think this one is actually better than this one, but let's put you there. I've grown to like this new interface, to be honest, but it has some issues. You know, some of the information you had in the previous one are not here anymore, which is a weird way to go about it. Okay. Okay. I really hope we won't have to capture all the islands here. That would be a problem. Alright, so we have some free military factories. What do we want, really? We are building shitloads of close air support. Actually, I think I'm overdoing it. We don't have fighters yet, but I believe we are. Yeah, we are producing, researching them, but we're not quite there yet. We are already in 1940, so it would stand to reason that we want to actually upgrade our fighters to the better ones, closer support to the better ones. We are not quite there yet research-wise, although I think that going for those heavy tanks is a bit of a vanity project that we may want to cancel, to be honest. No, let's just keep it. I don't think I've ever used heavy tanks. Oh, what happened to Germany? So the thing is that we played as Hungary and used our new focus tree to basically grab demand the referendum in Austria, and this way they joined us. Then we peacefully annexed Czechoslovakia, and so on and so forth. And those two acts actually deprived Germany of quite a lot of resources, right? Because all of the Austrian and Czech industry went away, and that in turn made them weak enough that, actually allies messed them up real good, as you can see here, which is fairly funny. Okay, so we have shitloads of motorized. We have too much motorized. We don't have tanks, but I don't think we have a proper research for tanks. And yeah, we only have bloody Great War tanks. So, going all in on those motorized is kind of silly, but we'll replace them later with something else. Or might as well stockpile. We'll need to buy this nonsense and a little bit of tungsten, I would say. We should definitely actually... Really? We don't have anti-tanks. Jesus, what are we doing? Alright, 7 days for anti-tanks. Okay, that's better. And the better tanks as well. I don't know what I was thinking when I was playing this earlier. So the status of... France is still alive, and I think they would have to capture quite a bit more. Let's check. Yeah, there are 84% of capitulation. So if they capture, let's see, that's 5 points. That's actually if Orleans goes, they may actually fall. But if Orleans won't be enough, they would have to capture Tours or Bordeaux. Or of course France finishes them off, but I think Orleans may be enough. Hasn't been that much around here, so yeah, most of those provinces are like 5 and 10, and well, most of them are 1 point. So yeah, I think Orleans and Tours should be enough. Make sure they are done for. Here we go. Alright, so what do we want to put it in? Well, doesn't really matter. We, I believe, have enough support equipment, everything really, of the things that we can actually produce. So let's put more on close air support. We'll switch that to the fighters later. New oil system, new production system is also great. Let's say trade system, Jesus. Compared to the old one. Well, they aren't that easy to take early game as well. When I was testing like late last night for that Yugoslavian campaign, well, having to take Greece with my diminished starter army of Yugoslavia was a fucking nightmare, especially since there were volunteers from Italy and Germany. It's such a shit show. Does AI still suck? Well, thing is that I think one of the issues with AI is that it's well, it has to behave. So if AI is on more or less equal footing with you, or is more powerful, it's quite difficult. No, I don't think they are sitting and ignoring holes in your line. Well, to some extent they do, but I think so. Yes, I know what you're referring to. That they will, for example, sit and wait without like ignoring your holes, but then they will attack. So yeah, I think it's this whole mechanic that they prepare the attack, or think that attacking through that hole would actually endanger them. It's still there, but if you're actually weak in some spots and you leave your holes open, they will pounce on that. So I think that the aggressiveness on that front has been increased, but well, you will see that in my once I publish yeah, they left, but in the Czech game there were never particularly big, there were big holes in some parts of the front, I would say, like on the Polish, front, on the front with Silesia, but, there wasn't really a way for them to actually advance there and do anything remotely useful. But in my conquest of Romania, in my test game later last night, it was like they were bloody fierce, attacking into my gaps. But I was weaker than them. I had like half of their units, so that's probably a lot. That has a lot to do with how they perceive their strength. So. I mean, it's always a toss-up, really, because if you make them too aggressive, then they are. I mean, it's an AI, so if you make AI too aggressive, it will be very easy to dupe and manipulate and pull into punish with counterattacks. So I think they need to strike a fine balance. Maybe it's still a little bit too passive in places, but yeah, I've had some troubles, I have to say, when I was fighting more dangerous enemy.